My mean teacher gave me a 0 for cheating, so I outsmarted her using her own rules. Back in high school, I had the worst English teacher. Let's call her Ms. Brock. She was the kind of teacher who seemed to actively hate teenagers. Sarcastic, belittling, always assumed the worst in everyone. If you asked a question, she'd mock you in front of the class. If you turned in late work with a good reason, she'd give you a lecture about real-world consequences and still give you a 0. But the worst thing she did happened during our final poetry unit. Now, I love poetry. I'd been writing since I was 12 and even had a few pieces published in teen anthologies. When we were assigned to write a 10-line original poem as our final project, I poured my heart into it. The day she handed back our grades, she slapped my paper on my desk with a big red 0 and the word plagiarized scrawled across the top. I was shocked. I asked her why, and she said it was too good to be written by a student. I told her it was original, but she smirked and said, "If you didn't copy it, prove it." So I did. I went home furious and dug through my writing folders. I found the handwritten first draft of that poem in one of my old notebooks, with a date written from months before. I also had a screenshot of a private writing blog I kept, where I had posted the poem weeks before the assignment. Then I printed out the website's time-stamped page and brought everything in the next day. She still refused to give me credit. Her reason? It doesn't matter. I already submitted grades. Learn from this and don't take shortcuts in life. That's when I decided I was going to take her down. I told my parents and they were furious. But here's the kicker. My mom is a school administrator in another district, and she knows exactly how these things work. She helped me draft a formal academic grievance with all the evidence included, time-stamped blog post, original handwritten draft, and even a character reference from another teacher who had seen me write poetry in class before. We submitted it directly to the school board. 2 weeks later, Ms. Brock was put on administrative leave pending investigation. Turns out she had done this to multiple students over the years, accusing them of cheating whenever their work outshone her low expectations. And here's the best part. The school let me revise the grade after the semester, and I ended up graduating with honors. Ms. Brock never came back after that year. Rumor has it she retired early. Moral of the story? If someone in power tries to crush your voice, don't just sit there. Document everything, fight back. And sometimes revenge comes with a diploma and a mic drop.